off and get this game going. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Washington Huskies offense takes the field for the first time today. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Huskies want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Going up top on first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. He's going to go for a big one. And he's got it inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They're bringing heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with it.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll go to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Street. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He'll do it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Buying some time. He'll pull it down. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. On the move, it's Peters. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll fire. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
Washington State will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Now improvising. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Second down coming up. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They've got the screen set up. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Looking for a productive play on first down. Snatch it quickly on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Washington State going quickly.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They're trying to get to him. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll run this play from the pistol. The give to the single back. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Quick tempo here for the offense. He's looking for a man on second down. He's got his man. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Moving out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2.
Second down coming up.
He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The Huskies have this offense rolling.
Washington.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
3, Washington, 0.
They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. Quarterback on the keeper. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for this offense.
Brings up second.
He's looking to throw. Extending the play. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. This offense has converted twice on third down on this drive. A third time would put him in the end zone. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies! Well, somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 7 over LSU. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the ground with the back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Washington State lines up quickly.
Brings up second down.
He's going to pass on second down. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out route.
Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. trying to get to him. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Offense set on 1st down. The give to the tailback. Fakes his man out. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here's the handoff. At the 35, he's loose. He'll work his way down to the 28. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Washington wants to go quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team.
Number 15, in punt formation to kick it away.
How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Coming after it. He makes the connection. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Tempo and overdrive.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down and run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. From the gun. Catch in the middle. It's Everett. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the defense, with help from the officials, will push this offense back. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Working that left side now. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Looking to pass on second down. Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. A little screen to the running back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The new set of downs after the completion.
First down for the offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. It's on target and complete. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now we try to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. Wants to throw on first down. Snags it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Got some room, entered to the goal line. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top, 10-9. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Colorado State is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quick strike complete.
They're trailing by just 4 to Colorado. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football again.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were...
And they got him for the sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Huskies moving quickly to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Washington sends out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like
He's got it down the right side. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Fires to the big fella. They get him down after he makes the catch. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Cougars will line it up on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll go to the counter. Pull down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Feeling some heat. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down.
And come on now, O-line, you got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Huskies in the hurry up. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after and was able to make the tackle for loss.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They'll run the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Makes the quick grab. At the 35, he's got room. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
But we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense getting set for 1st down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stumbled to the ground. Line getting set on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made after the 1st down. No huddle here for the offense. Snagged in the middle, it's McCaffrey. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to move it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. They get him on the ground. A 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11. Washington State going quickly. He looks that one in nicely. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. He's looking downfield to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback made himself at home in the pocket until the defense finally raided his house. Down he goes.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's no good. He missed it. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
Washington State, 13. Washington, 9.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll try to snap it quickly. On 3rd down, going up top. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? Washington coming to the line with another 1st down.
I tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive, now trying to put this game in a good situation.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design, it's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. And the Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Touchdown, Huskies! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. From the gun. Give on the inside. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Got room at the 35. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He'll come out throwing on first down. He finds his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
Brings up second down.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Just a little off. Incomplete. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Powers through the defender. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it, open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Washington right back to the line.
Second down coming up.
He wants to throw here on second down. He's got his man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First down here for the offense.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Here comes the offense on second down. He leaves it with his back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Washington sends out the punt team.
On to punt it away.
Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. They'll throw it on first down. He lets one fly deep. Makes the catch on the left. Touchdown, Washington State. They've got the lead here in the fourth. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You can tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
23, Washington, 16.
And he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Oh, he makes a catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On second down, wants to throw. Still looking, on the move. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. He's going to pass. He's got the tight end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you. A sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Gotta have it here on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to get to it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. 3 consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat out of the ring for most of their goals.
Yep, most of their goals are done. And listen, I don't know what they do really well. This is bad. 3 losses in a row is not good. They got to figure something out, but it's a long season still. There's still a lot of room to find some positives, Jesse. Maybe throughout the way, there's going to be something happens that's positive.
So you're saying there's a chance. I like it. Always positive. Glass half full, Dave. Listen, I don't think they can fix everything in one year. I think this team needs to go back to the drawing board. They need to focus on one specific area of their football team to try to improve on and get this thing going.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis.